Welcome guys to a new live stream. I hope you're all doing great. Big crypto crash this day. We saw a lot of volatility. So how are you guys doing? Did you also survive the crash? Currently gonna check up on some of the pairs we discussed it yesterday, and also gonna take a look at the crypto crash. We predicted it at the highs, same as we did on the all-time high. We did it again with a beautiful reaction of 14% on Bitcoin. So there we will add one win to the win counter already, because we hit a take profit again on the naked weekly. First take profit 1 is over here, and now we hit take profit 2, so there are 2 profit levels. We are currently waiting for a pullback to enter in more selling trades, because we confirmed a new low after making a new lower high. We also made our new lower low, so this confirms our structure for moving way more down for me. So currently waiting for a little pullback. 106k until 108k will be our entry zone for more compound moves on the selling positions of Bitcoin. So that's a nice plan for Bitcoin already. When we go to Ethereum, I saw a nice reclaim of the weekly, which was a very clear support before. And I'm not looking for immediate pullbacks, like big pullbacks. I'm just hedging for my sell position. So I'm in a sell position. I hit take profit 1 over here. We had a take profit 2 all the way over here. And now we are aiming back for a take profit 1 on the buy on the naked weekly and the monthly. And also the MPOC will be our full targets. Why will this be our full target, you will ask? If we are gonna take the total Fibonacci from the top reaction until the bottom right now, we beautifully see that it's around the same zone as it was support before. So we are currently aiming that it will become a resistance zone. So we are currently aiming for also compound moves, same as Bitcoin, for Ethereum to move further down. Ethereum's most likely levels will be between 2800 and also 2500, with 2 strong levels of resistance that can become supports, or a strong support and resistance already respected a lot of times before in the charts. So for Ethereum, we saw clear moves. We saw a nice reaction here in the 1 hour time frame. We pulled back 1 and 2 candles and closed above support. So there was a clear reaction for us to buy and hedge our position on the selling sides. On Solana, we hit the same thing actually. This was an entry I limit ordered because it was a strong naked monthly. So actually, when we're gonna take a look back, it was a nice monthly hit. Also, we had a naked weekly, and we pulled back above the naked weekly on the bigger time frame. There was a clear, strong reaction right now. Now it has to close at least 1 or 2 candles above the weekly, and then we can move back up to our old support levels. also flipping that into resistance. We do have the Fibonacci levels for Sol a little higher, so be careful for that with your stop loss, but I'm currently aiming for the support zone becoming resistance on Solana as well, because we did make a new low. Same for Ethereum, we did make the new low, and same for Bitcoin, we did make the new low. So for crypto, clear and nice plans, straightforward, no bullshit, just how it is. Gonna take a look at our gold trade from last week. We hit a beautiful take profit one with a new high. Currently we are losing the strength of gold, and this is coming due to the strength that's moving into the dollar, coming into the news data on Thursday and Friday. So we building up some volatility right now, and it really depends how the news for the US dollar will be, how the reaction on gold also will be. On gold, our buy position of last Thursday was actually a hedge for our selling positions, and we're aiming for the fixed range from the all-time high. When we entered the drop after a 9-week rally to the upside, we finally saw some weaknesses in the market after we started our sell here. So we take a fixed range and we're going to compare the levels. So we have a value area high with a great naked POC also, and we have a value area low right here that's respected very well right now. So currently we are finding resistance at the point of control of the fixed range and support at the value area low. So that's why I'm currently still in this trade. You could keep your stop loss a little tighter, but I'm a little wider stop loss because of the news coming up in the next few days. So you have to be careful how you plan out your trades. If we do find our way back to the value area high, I'm aiming for breaking the highs and actually looking for re-enters in sell positions around 4100 till 4200. So it's between an MPOC and also the clear less resistance. We didn't retest it yet, so there's a lot of liquidity to grab if we retest the level, and then we can drop to make bigger moves to the downside even. For silver, same scenario. We had our big take profit one, so that was also a nice take profit hit, and we are back at entry levels again. Is this a bad thing? No, because when we made this high, we are currently back at CC or golden pocket, so there's an entry zone again for a new trade, because currently we are forming a head and shoulders. There is some weakness, same for gold, so keep an eye on the opening market. How strong will the US dollar open? Because this will influence gold and silver majorly. Let me check something. So let's move from silver and gold to the Forex pairs. Then we have on Euro, we have a beautiful entry as well. We are currently having entered on the daily level. We do have a weekly level beneath, so keep in mind this is our first support. We could go a little lower, but the reason I'm aiming on buys, even though when we are currently moving quite a bit down. At the beginning of this move, we saw a clear structure. So we saw nice move down, recovery, nice move down, little recovery, some consolidation, nice move down, consolidation. So you saw the moves became smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. In my opinion, you're losing strength in the movement down. And what do we have on the bottom? On the bottom, we have a bullish divergence. So in this case, a big bullish divergence. I'm gonna mark it out for you guys. We see actually a continuation in strength to the upside, and the price is actually moving quite a bit downward. So is it a risky move? it's more risk than other trades. So it's a 70% probability to move the other way. But there's a lot of easy liquidity to grab right here. So if we flip a little bit to the other side, and even though if we retest the weekly open low, this will hit our take profit one. We will close our stop losses to break even. So we will be would be safe. And our major target will be, again, the golden pocket and the 618 Fibonacci. So if we make this move, you're gonna see on the bigger time frame, it actually makes a lot of sense. If we're gonna move up, move down, we've got to move up again because we have to grab liquidity to make the next move down. Same scenario as we move down here, we have to move up again to grab liquidity and make the next move down. So we're not foolish on euro, we're counter trading the trend for our next sell entries. So around the 618cc, I will enter new sell positions, but I'm kind of waiting for a recovery right now. And the recovery, why do I trade it? Because it's a very nice trade of almost 1% on the Forex market. These are quite big trades. They talk a lot about pips, but I'm talking about percentages because we move from market to market, so it's easier to discuss. We have a winning ratio of 1 to 2.77, so a beautiful risk to reward. And if we hit take profit one, the risk will be gone and it's a risk-free trade. So also a very nice setup for Euro USD, live and a new setup still around the areas of entry. Keep in mind the weekly below is still also a possible entry area. As long as we don't break the weekly, we still have strength to move to the upside to the left or next CC. The reason I'm also looking for the weekly is if we are currently pulling our Fibonacci levels a little bit to the weekly, we see our MPOC and our 618 are confirming each other. Little reason why I am kind of looking for also the weekly or other entries, new entries, or also to keep in mind with your stop loss if we move a little lower that we don't get wicked out and then the move happens. Next up, USD GPY, given out yesterday in the stream. We clearly had an entry zone and I called out keep an eye on a possible swing failure pattern of the highs, so make sure your stop loss is above the big 6-6 level, 6-6 of Fibonacci. So if we're gonna zoom out, this is the 6-6 Fibonacci of the all-time high to this low. So we have a beautiful resistance, big resistance level. Also the trend from the last two highs was touched perfectly. So we had a beautiful take profit one on our last lows and also our 618. So that's also a win for on the counter. So we're gonna add the win of gold, the win of Ethereum, the win of Bitcoin, the win of Solana. So there's 3 wins. They're going with 8, and then we have a win on USD GPY. So that's 9. So after this is a risk-free trade. You can close off your stop losses. Take profit one is hit. If we continue, just keep the trade open. But if we rise from here, you're safe and your profits are locked in. Unfortunately, yesterday we had a beautiful rise through against resistance, but we went straight to resistance. So we lost one trade on US dollar, Canadian dollar. No hard feelings, but losses are part of the game. So one loss on USD Canadian dollar due to early entries. We did wait. We saw a failed auction happening and we saw a beautiful engulfing candle to the downside, but it reversed immediately. So then 2 hours after that, in the morning, early morning, London session, it switched and moved to the upside. New York opened and pushed it a little further. So unfortunately, we lost the trade on that side, but we had some beautiful wins on the other side. For USD CHF, we didn't enter yesterday yet because we saw a flip of resistance to support. So in this case, we did saw it happening that it flipped actually resistance to support. So it was not a valid enough entry for us to risk actually a sell position here. After we broke the highs, we wanted to see a clear close below levels, and we did not see any closes below the level. So for us, it was a very clear move to just keep USD CHF on a hold. Then we're going to take a look back at Ethereum. A beautiful reaction already. To almost 3% back up from entry. Even more beautiful on Solana. Almost 5% up from entry. Beautiful live entries in the live stream shared with you guys. So for Ethereum, we see beautiful second close on the 2 hour. We have 1, 2, 3 closes of 1 hour candles above support. So clearly it will at least move back up to the monthly, which will be a beautiful 7% to take profit 1. After the take profit 1, you will close your stop loss to break even. So it will no risk involved anymore, because currently the market is booming to the downside, but also the trades to the upside have to be taken as a hedge for our sell positions. So guys, after the market update, and I hope everything was very clear. How are you guys doing actually? Did you survive the crypto market crash? Did you suffer any losses? Where did the mistakes happen? Do you want to check some charts together? Let me know in the chat. And also, if you didn't follow yet, don't forget to drop a follow, because I'm trying to reach a followers goal of 100 followers by the end of the year. So would be very much appreciated if you gave me that follow. Last month had an 83% win rate with almost 50 trades shared, and in November already 10 trades shared with 9 wins and 1 loss. Currently even entered 2 more trades that could be considered for some traders as a win, considered we are already up 2% on Ethereum, and considered we are already up 4%, 5% almost on Solana. So for some people, take profit 1 will be hit right now already. For me, I will wait for the MPOC to hit on Solana, and I will wait for the weekly or monthly to hit on Ethereum. So, and the reason I'm waiting a little longer is I'm in the bigger sell position. So the buy position is only a hedge against my selling positions. The bigger mindset for crypto is selling right now. We have continuous lower highs, continuous lower lows being made. So no looking for buys unnecessary. This buy is just a hedge for the little pullback we might get, and then we can or enter more positions here or enter more positions right here, depending on the market's volume or the flow. Just checking the markets live for our entries. Never blindly enter the markets. Bitcoin also we see has a bullish divergence. So strength is not making any new lows. Price is certainly making big new lows. So that could sign on some strength to grab all the liquidity. If we see enough strength and we see the triangle getting reclaimed instead of only our entry getting executed, there could be a possibility I will be looking for buys for Bitcoin if we reclaim the spot of support, but it has to be a strong reclaim. if it's not a strong reclaim, it could not move up for now. So there is a lot of liquidity to grab on top, and we still have bigger levels of Fibonacci on 118k. But currently the markets are under stress and bears are winning in this market. So in half an hour, the markets for gold will also open. We see a clear break of structure right now because we did make a new low and we kind of want to see it pull back a little bit for new entries. It could move immediate. Let's check. Yeah, we did touch the 382, so I'm gonna do enter quite aggressively on this sells. You could potentially wait for the weekly open low to be reclaimed, but I think we found resistance already at the current of less support. So I'm gonna compound on the move we already made and hit take profit 1. This trade is on risk-free trade, so stop loss is closed. So we're gonna open a new trade, a compound move to add on to our positions, especially because I'm aiming for quite a big trade on USD GPY because of the CME gap we still have from 2 weeks ago. It's a 1% CME gap that is potentially gonna get filled if we are switching structure. So currently, let's check structure. One low, one low. Currently, we have to break this low. So we have to move quite a bit lower, but nice trades to be made. So a new entry already be given. Welcome to all the new viewers in the stream. I see some new people joined on Kick. How are you guys doing? We just entered some beautiful trades in stream. We entered the USD GPY trade quite recently, just a few minutes ago. We entered a beautiful Ethereum trade with already a 2.5% rise. We entered a big Solana trade also, a hedge trade against ourselves with almost, yeah, already 5% running. So it's moving quite good, volatile markets today. How are you guys surviving the markets? We gave out some winners, so last week entered beautiful sell positions on all crypto. Everyone in the live was notified, so let's keep a close eye on USD GPY because I already said market opened against resistance. There could be a possibility we still move a little bit up. So this is an aggressive compound currently on the 382 of the Fibonacci extension. And if we're gonna pull the Fibonacci levels, this is a very strong level because it was a very strong support before that we didn't have enough strength for to break new highs. So it could currently become the resistance, and it is right now. But if we break through this 382, I could currently close this position early and wait for the 618 to hit to enter new positions a little higher. So keep that in mind. Safe positions are up here. Aggressive positions are where we're at right now. So let's check on the news. Tomorrow we already have some employment chains, global service, and ISM services. Yeah, the jobless claims will be the most important for us to watch. So that's Thursday will be, and yeah, the payrolls and employment rates will also be a big impact. So keep in mind Thursday and Friday will be big volatile days. Welcome to the stream. I see someone new joining on Kick. How are you? I hope you're doing great. So guys, let me know which charts would you else like to see. We already took a look. USD CAD, Canadian dollar, USD CHF, so Swiss franc, and we also checked the euro status. At the moment, still thinking for euro, it will move to the weekly. We don't see a strong reaction as we would like to see. So keep in mind, if you don't want the early aggressive entries, the safer entries will be around the weekly. Currently, we are in the positions of the daily, and we are also entering on the weekly if it is touching. Would be very nice. Strong level of support before, but also this daily is a strong level that has been flipped before. So let's keep a close eye on that as well, because it's a nice potential trade of almost 1% with a win rate or risk to reward of 1 till 3, a little higher even. So check Ethereum right now. Ethereum is quite moving still. 0.5. Bitcoin is moving as well. Would be nice to hit our compound moves for sell positions. Oh, Solana, really nice reaction. 5.7% at the moment, still rising. So nice entries hit again in live stream. We went live just in time. Because the trade we gave out last Wednesday hit take profit 1 already earlier in that week on the Thursday, and now in the next week on Tuesday we hit take profit 2 and also enter a new trade. Beautiful Solana setups. So many people were looking for buys already on this bottom. It had to move down to grab all the liquidity. There would be a possibility I even aggressively will be selling already from the monthly, but currently still waiting patiently. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joining on Kick. How are you guys? So let me know, guys, where are you from? How did you find the stream? Or any other questions? The chat is not biting. It's free to chat, so strong reclaim on the naked weekly could potentially also be a buy. Yeah, it's still a 5% move up. Let's check. Yeah. Oh, will potentially be a very nice move. Currently broke this first high, so we were not able to do that earlier. So if this closes like two 30-minute candles above this weekly for Bitcoin, we will be looking for a little buy as well. It's a 1-to-2 win ratio with 5% to the upside, so would be a very, very nice trade. Keep in mind, we are in a sell position. I would never trade this retracement if I'm not in a sell position. So it's a hedge position for the little pullback 5% up to add on more compound sells if we reach the higher numbers, because currently we made a new lower low on bigger structure and we are waiting for a little pullback to add on to our sell positions, because we're not selling at the breakout right now. A lot of panic sellers are here, so a little move to the upside would rip all these sellers out of the market with hitting their stop losses, and then we can continue lower. So don't be part of all the retail traders, be part of the whales like we do always with our entries. Currently, if you're gonna look locally on Solana, we still see a downtrend, but we did break this first high. So if we also can close above this weekly, it will still be a valid setup for you to still enter the trade to the upside. We are already up 5% from our first entry, but if it can reclaim this weekly as support, it still is a 13% trade to the upside. So we are not small trades. USD GPY is also moving quite slowly. Euro also is moving, but quite slowly, building up some volume. USD Canadian dollar filled up the opening gap right now. I would like to see this lows getting broken before we would enter any selling positions, because I want the structure to break before we enter the selling positions, because it could still sneak up a little bit or be very volatile during the news coming out Thursday and Friday. So be careful with your entries on USD Canadian dollar. We want to see clear structure break, so we want this lows to be taken out. If this lows can be taken out, and we see a retest, this would be our entry, and then we can see sells to lower prices. But currently we are in a structure where we are only seeing higher highs and higher lows being made. So it could still potentially move up. So be careful with USD Canadian dollar. If we get the confirmation of breaking these lows, we could eventually go and break structure and move lower in price every time. So keep that in mind, guys. USD Canadian dollar is something to be alert of, especially because of the weak opening today. We did fill the gap up. That is also almost always when we open with a gap, the gap will get filled. USD CHF also opened with a gap, but still held their strength. Currently, we could looking for lower numbers, but I would like to see this lows being broken before we enter any selling positions. So if we are able to break these lows, then we can enter new selling positions around this area to move lower. Currently, it's also still in an uptrend, so we want the trend switch and the confirmation before we enter the trades. Very boring, but there are just rules in this game. Only 15 minutes until the metal markets also will open. We see some volume coming into euro. It's also nice. Let's keep a close eye on Solana because that's the one moving the fastest with 5.5% up already. So we have to keep a close eye on that trade as well. So all the red marks are current trades we are in. And in the corner, we do see our wins and losses we already made in November. So we are 4 days in, but currently on a big streak because of the volatility. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people coming into the stream. How are you? Beautiful reaction still on Solana. 6% up in the meantime, so a percent is north. So we will also mark our winnings to a pence because I'm gonna first take profits on our last resistance we have over here that we just touched. So keep in mind we are currently hit take profit 1 and we are gonna close off our stop loss all the way to break even, so we are not gonna lose any money if we are gonna drop into the downside because we still have our sell trades open. I am aiming for compounds a little higher, but after take profit 1 always stop loss on break even. We are not gonna give back money to the markets. As you see, Bitcoin is pulling back right now, but can we close above? That's the question for Bitcoin. Currently not yet, but we did broke structure as we can see. So we are currently out of the structure to the downside, but we have to close strong 2 30-minute candles above the weekly as I stated before we enter any buy positions for Bitcoin because it looks weak. With Ethereum we saw a quick rise, and with Solana, so there was a quick take profit 1 first for Ethereum here, and for Solana also on the last resistance support. So easy moves, but now both are on risk free, so I cannot pull this one because then it will not show the trade anymore, but this also is on break even. If we are moving below the levels again, we're gonna be taken out of this buy and we're gonna continue in the selling positions. So which chart would you like to see? We still have 8 minutes left until the metal markets open, so there's currently still a close market as we see. And we already showed our Forex pairs we are trading currently. So we did enter a new compound move, an aggressive compound on USD GPY. The safer compound will be at the weekly open low, so keep that in mind, guys. For Euro, we entered a beautiful trade on support at daily level. We have a support below, so keep in mind also the support below for your stop loss. Keep it a little lower than the weekly itself, or enter when we hit the weekly, so it could potentially still move a little bit down. But we are currently waiting for actually a move to the upside, because for the structure we move down and up, down and up, down, up, down. We didn't recovered price, so we have to see a move to the upside also in the time frame. If we're gonna look at the 1 hour, I'm sorry, skip to the wrong side. We're gonna see price is making new lows and strength is making new higher lows. So there's also a confirmation of a bullish divergence happening inside of the markets. So this is a structure switch we are clearly looking for. Hi, can you give me some soul? Sadi, no, sorry, unfortunately, still not. Glad to see you back again. I hope you are doing well. There is currently a giveaway going on the top screen, or the top of the screen if we are gonna look. So all the way on top of the screen, there's a one-on-one coaching session giveaway, but it has to reach a certain goal. So we're at 13%, and the goal can be reached by gifting subs. Also, the giveaway will also be only for followers, so if you follow the channel and also follow the Instagram, you will be fine. Nice reaction on Euro USD on the moment. We do see crypto pulling back at the moment, so let's see if Ethereum can find support locally. Solana not a pullback yet, so Bitcoin is trying to close its 30-minute candles above the level, as we said before. So the first candle did close above the weekly. We need the second candle to close also above the weekly. Then we can enter our trades. Then we have 1, 2 candles validly closed with a new local high made. Then we can trade to the upside for a little bit again. And for a little bit, it's not really a little bit. It's a 5.5% move, so. But Sadi, if you were here at the beginning of the stream, we gave out a beautiful Solana trade. You could have entered the trade and been up already 6%. Yes. Oh, you were here from the beginning. That's nice to hear. How are you at the moment? You're doing well? Ah, you don't have at the moment. Okay. Yeah, guy, then you have to save up. It's an investment market, so you have to save money before you can invest money. It's always the case with that, so continuous income is very important when it comes to trading. Trading with only air is not possible, unfortunately. Welcome to the new viewers in stream. I see some new people joining. How are you? Let's see for euros, still continuing. Sorry, Sadi, no account codes can be sent or links. No, unfortunately, bro. Thank you for asking, but there will be giveaways some days, and there is a giveaway busy right now in the top of the screen, but at the moment I'm not gonna give away Sol for you. Sorry. I know that is your Eddie, but there is no addresses and no links sent in the chat because it's kind of a spam message, so it automatically gets deleted. It is a bot thing that kicks us out automatically, so you cannot send links or addresses, or I cannot do anything about it, my friend. Sorry. Rules are rules. Some rules have to be kept. So 2 more minutes, then we will see the opening of the gold market. We are already in this trade last Thursday. We did hit take profit 1 with the new high made, but we saw some weaknesses coming into the market, so it could potentially take out the trade. This is a trade that we still have stop losses on currently because we are in bigger sell position from the all-time highs, so we can chill back and just wait for this recovery to happen in price. The same as we saw on the crypto pairs. On the bottom, we see a bullish divergence forming. So we see price moving lower, and actually we switched structure last week. We saw this high break, and after that we made a new higher low. So it was an easy entry for us, and after that we made the new higher high with the take profit, quick trades, and after that just let it run because we are currently waiting for higher. If we want to compound this trade, I would at least have this highs been taken out. So I would like to see price move up quite a bit actually for gold, to take out all the prices before we move down, because the structure would be way nicer if we take out all the liquidity formed in the consolidation after the big drop we saw. We had a 9-week rise with constant upward momentum, And now we have a big drop, scared people, a lot of scared selling, easy liquidity to grab. So a little bit upwards would be, yeah, very fortunate for gold. So that's why we are looking up at the moment. So full target could be here, but we are keeping it safe at the last highs. So if it moves higher, still is a valid selling area, but we are looking for the buys until here or here if you want. I like to trade naked point of control because this is the strongest point of the total high. So if we see all the volume is here. So if we move a little bit up, all these highs are already taken out. That's why I put my take profit a little lower. So we will always hit it. And in this case, we already hit the take profit 1 and did saw a little pullback. So in the best case scenario, you didn't want to break this low. We did break the low, but currently it is a risk-free trade. So the profit was already 3.1%, and the possible loss will be 1.4%. So we still have a win of 1.4% if we move the other way. So I hope that's clear for you guys how I always trade on a safe way with a risk management, with a clear plan. Same for silver. We did hit the entry on last Thursday with a 5.5% rise, and we hit take profit 1 on the naked point of control. Same we are aiming for with the bigger trades on gold. Very strong respected levels. So always nice to mark them. But at the moment, we are hovering around entries for the precious metals. So let's see how they open in a minute. We do have pre-market right now. So in a minute, the markets will move for us. So we see strength coming into Ethereum at the moment. It's very nice to see. Solana would be having strength too. Yes, still continuing. Up 6% at the moment. Very nice trade. Bitcoin did reclaim, so we are gonna enter buying positions for Bitcoin as well. We're gonna trade the buy back to the Fibonacci 618 and also the naked point of control just above. We're gonna close the buy earlier before we hit the MPOC. So on the 618, we're gonna enter the sell in this area, but I want to see clear confirmation in the order flow. So it's not a blind entry. I'm looking for entries at the exact resistance that I'm currently pointing at between the MPOC and also the 618. But it's keep in mind that we want to see the right volume, the right orders coming into the market, and after that we can enter our compound move. Otherwise I will just keep this move running and it will be okay. We counter trade this one, so that's already beautiful. I hope we will get our take profit 1 on the naked point of control yesterday, and after that take profit 2 on the 618 of Fibonacci. So also a clear plan for Bitcoin and also a very, very nice entry at the moment. Keep your stop loss just below the lows. And it's as easy as this to trade the markets. Just wait for the confirmations, have your patience, and your alarms set on the right levels, and everything will be fine. So let's see, gold opened. Gold open to the upside a little bit, silver open to the upside as well. So both beautiful points. Let's see if they can move to the upside even more, but also keep a close eye on Solana and Ethereum because they're moving fast at the moment. A lot of volatility in the crypto markets. Q4 is always the nicest period to trade for me. Nicest winning streak. Last month 83%. This month starting the week off with 10 wins and 1 loss. So can't complain on that side. And if you don't want to miss out on it, don't forget to follow. I share all the trades in live stream. Otherwise, I don't put them on the counter. So last month, almost 50 trades. I think it was 49 or 48. So very, very nice. See some new viewers coming in. How are you guys? We currently hit take profit 1. So if you didn't take profit 1 yet, keep in mind you have to take profit 1 because of the last highs, and we already moved for 6%. So don't lose your winnings right now. Take profit 1 hit, and also stop loss is moved back to break even. Very important steps in trading, so don't forget them. For silver, this is a clear big. I will come every day asking for soul. You can ask, my friend, but the answer will be the same. If there's no giveaway or no giveaway stated, there is a giveaway, but a different giveaway, then there will be no soul, my friend. But if you just traded my trade I gave away in live stream, it would have been a 6% trade to the upside. And also, if you traded the trade last week on Wednesday, it would have been a trade you made 26%. So I'm giving it away, sadly. These are free trades, so it's not financial advice, but I do have a high win rate. So if you, yeah, get that as a leading point in your own trades, there's nothing wrong with that. But I cannot give you the money to invest. That step is some step you have to take yourself, my friends. But I do appreciate you being here, and I hope you learn something every stream. I'm trying to teach everyone what they would like to know, and that is trading. Also, if you want to take it a step further, in the link in the chat pinned as a top message, we also have our one-on-one coaching. And if you are really trying to advance your trading, that's the place to be. There are limited spots open, so I have a few spots open again. So that's why the link is there. But this will, if we get to one-to-one coaching, it is like a tailored step-by-step way to get you to the professional trading side. gold still hovering above entries. So I don't know if it will still find the strength, but we did already hit the take profits of those. So same for silver. Euro, we did move a little bit to the upside from entry. Not a very strong move yet, but did move something. USD GPY is at entry zone at the moment. This is a very aggressive compound move, so keep it in mind. I already told the chat, this is the perfect entry for a compound. This is a very aggressive compound, but I keep this in mind. My stop loss, so it could pull a little bit up, but it's no problem for my trade position. We gave out this trade yesterday with a beautiful winner to take profit 1 at our last highs. So it was a nice zone. So it was no exact touch, but it was a nice zone of our last resistance. As we see here, it was a resistance too after we worked our way through. Now it is support. So we are looking for lower levels to break support. USD Canadian dollar still pushing a little bit further, and also USD CHF still no trades to be made. So it's unfortunate silver could not break this high. That's why we took profits. And yeah, now we have to check, is it gonna continue to keep its higher low and make the new higher high? But we have failed to break this high. On gold we did break the local highs, so this is more likely to hold. On silver we didn't, so that's not even possible, sadly. So it's not possible to send $1. The fees would be higher than the actual amount you transfer. So because when you move $1 from account to another account, you pay like a few dollars on fees, so it's not possible to do that for free. So why? There's no logic in putting another dollar from account to account. And why would I give you a dollar? What's the purpose? Like, I'm not asking you for a dollar, do I? I have different wallets, but it's not. Why would you want to know which wallet I use? A crypto wallet. And also I have brokers for Forex, I have brokers for my stocks. Yeah. Solana does find resistance at the last support, so it was a nice take profit. We are in the safe zone right now, and we did close our stop loss. I want to gamble and double it, and I will give it back. Bro, use Phantom Trust Wallet. I both know them, but even though, no. You can ask as much as you want, and it's not a problem to ask one time. But if you're gonna back in the chat for $1 to gamble, it's not very healthy, man. And I'm not supporting gambling, so I'm against gambling. Trading is kinda gambling, but it's gambling with a risk to reward, and also with a win rate that you can check and you can have strategies. So it's not that I don't believe you, Sadie, but work for the dollar. There is work to do everywhere, and especially for $1. If you want just $1, Go to someone on the streets tomorrow and work. Go to a company, go to somewhere, make some money, come back in stream, check out the trading, and make more money from your money. Gambling is not the way, Sadi. No. It doesn't matter. Why would I double a dollar? I already doubled the dollar with the trade on Sol and I gave it away in stream for free. And also with Ethereum, we also rose 3.2%. So this is more than double the dollar. So I'm not interested in giving you a dollar to double a dollar with your gambling. That's like, why? Why would I do that? No logic in that. But again, thank you for being here, and I'm glad you're here, Sally. But it has no point for just asking for money to people. So, how are you guys doing? I see some new people coming into the stream on Kick. I hope you're all doing great. If there are any questions about the trades we are in currently or any chart you would like to see, give me a shout in the chat. Not looking strong for silver and gold. We could be aiming for lower levels and break the lows again before we go up. So I would not advise to enter right now. We did enter last Wednesday, but we had take profit one already. So I'm not gonna say enter now because we saw some weakness coming into the markets. So the potential for moving up is still quite big, but it moved here. It was like an 80%, 70% chance of moving up, and now we moved to 60%. So probabilities moved a little lower. So I wouldn't advise to take a trade at 60% probability. It is still a valid area of interest for support because we are still currently at a big support level we were before. But we are in a big downtrend market, and also there's a lot of scaring news about the precious metals market. So be careful with your entries. If you want to enter, it's still a valid entry zone, but the stronger entry would have been last week because we already hit take profit one and are in the safe zone right now. Same for gold, still valid entry zone. We have big support from before, but it is not there with a lot of volume. So we tapped it already and we could not reach higher. So that's why I'm a little careful. I'm not going to compound. Normally, after take profit one, this would be a valid compound, but with the weakness in the market and also with the strength coming into the dollar, the news coming on Thursday and Friday, these are all warning signs for me to not jump into too much of high trades because it could turn on you real quick. So there's one aggressive setup we took. It was a compound on US dollar GPY. We had a beautiful take profit one already. So this is a risk-free trade. And now we entered a compound move on the last support. It could potentially move back to the weekly open low, but we keep that in mind with our stop losses. You could also wait for entry here. This entry would likely be there tomorrow if it moves up still. So if you don't want to miss out, it could be still an aggressive entry, but keep in mind with your stop loss, if you enter later, you could be a little more playful with your stop loss and play around these highs. So keep that in mind, guys. Welcome, I see some new people joining on Kick. How are you guys? Let's check on Sol. Little pullback. I would like to see it pull back to the weekly. So that will be a possibility for re-entry the trade because we already hit take profit 1 at our last resistance and we rose almost 6%. So could be a really good compound to look for new buys here and keep your stop loss just below the last lows. So if we do turn against the other side because we are still in our bigger sell, and if we do make new lower prices, we are protected by our stop loss. We cannot lose on our first trade anymore because it's on break even, and we can only lose on our second trade a little bit, but we locked in those profits from almost 6%. So if we lose the 4.5%, we are still up 1.5% overall in this little move here. So protect yourself at such volatile markets always. And how are you guys doing? Are you new here or are you a returned viewer? Because sometimes we have some quiet viewers, sometimes it's busy in chats. Some strength for Euro trades, also a beautiful entry. Would be nice to see it pull back at least to the weekly open low for a take profit or the value area high of yesterday. So it's also a nice level. Welcome to the stream. I see some new people joining. How are you guys doing? Not looking really strong. Low volume. Euro does move up quite a bit, so that's healthy for gold and also silver as well. Mostly it will correlate a little bit. So if you didn't already do it, don't forget to drop a follow. Trying to reach a followers goal of 100 followers by the end of the year, so would be very much appreciated. Thank you very much if you do so. It is our support, first support level to be found, but not looking strong currently. Also, Sol and Ethereum could pull back, so be careful. With Bitcoin, we have a little drawdown, but still it is hovering above the weekly, so we reclaimed it. We waited 2 30-minute candles and they had to close above support, and we did take the trade after that, so potentially we could still see the volume come in, but welcome to the stream. I see some new people joining on Kick. How are you guys? welcome to the stream. I see some new viewers coming in. How are you guys doing? I hope you all have an amazing start of the month, just as we do, because we cannot complain with our wins and loss. So it's a 90% win rate for now in the month, so we cannot complain. Last month, closed it with 83 on almost 50 trades, so 83% win rate is something we can live with. So how did you guys this month started? New rules for November? Already planning something for December? Or December? Holiday month incoming? Halfway Q4 in November, so get that work up. Guys, I think it is gonna be a slow market for today, so keep that in mind. Wednesday is gonna be slow because we have some news coming in tomorrow or today, later this day. But tomorrow on Thursday we have the jobless claims. They're very important, and we also have the payroll rate and the unemployment rate, so payroll farms. All very important data coming out for tomorrow and Friday. So for Thursday and Friday. It might be tomorrow will be Wednesday, it will be a quiet day. So it will be low volume. Keep that in mind with your trades. Be patient also, because the volume will come in a few days later, and also nearing the weekend. So how will the market close this week? Good thing we always take profits on quite easy levels, as we did on Solana. So if we move it way up, no problem, more profits will come in. For Bitcoin, it's still open. No take profit one hit. Take profit one is on the naked point of control of yesterday. So it would be beautiful if we move up quite a bit, then we can hit the take profit one on 2.8% and move this also to break even. For now, keep the stop loss just below the last low and let the trade continue. For Ethereum, this is also quite a strong recovery. We had a strong reclaim of the weekly level with our next take profit focused on the monthly. Keep the monthly in mind for the next take profit, and also close the stop loss to break even if we hit the take profit. For Euro, our first take profit will be our value area high or the weekly open low. Both levels are strong levels, so keep them in mind for take profit one. For USD GPY, we are moving nice from our second compound entry. For our second compound entry, take profit will be around the last resistance there was. So we'll be around 153.03. Keep it as an area, so it could be a little higher, could be a little lower, but it would be a nice take profit one on 0.4, 0.39%. After that, also close your stop loss to break even, as we do always, to put ourselves in safe positions. For now, there are all the trades we are in, guys. I hope you had an amazing live stream. I did. We added a lot of wins to the win counter for November. So we're heading the right way for this month. I'm hoping to see you next time in the next stream. Thank you all for watching.
Mm-hmm.